Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are cracking open the official playbook for one of the most successful product machines in history, Google. We're going to break down the exact methodology that took them from a garage project to a company that literally shapes our world.
And just to give you a sense of the scale we're talking about, Google has six different products that each have over 2 billion users. I mean, that's not just a successful company, that's practically global infrastructure.
So, you have to ask, how on earth did they do it? Is it just a series of lucky breaks, or is there a repeatable formula, a secret sauce that we can actually learn from? Well, that's exactly what we're going to find out.
Okay, before we dive in, just a quick heads up. This whole explainer is based on an original research report from the folks at Kudal Consulting. We're here at the Wall Street Club channel to break it all down for you.
So we're going to walk through their playbook in 4 key stages. First, the very essence of their innovation. Then, how they scale their tech. After that, we'll look at their strategy for global expansion. And finally, what all this means for the future with AI.
All right, let's get into part 1. This is the absolute core of how Google innovates, and it all starts with a really powerful idea they call a tech insight.
Now, this is the most important part. Google isn't interested in making things just 10% better. They are hunting for these tech insights that can deliver a 10 times improvement. It's about creating a massive leap forward that makes the old way of doing things obsolete.
And don't just take my word for it. Their former CEO, Eric Schmidt, said it perfectly. The products that really last, the ones that win, are built on a real technological advantage, not just clever marketing.
So how do they actually find these game-changing insights? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a pretty disciplined 3-step process. First, find a huge problem. Second, dream up a totally new way to solve it. And third, just make sure the technology is at least in the realm of possibility.
And you can see this in all their greatest hits. They didn't start with a feature list, they started with a massive, almost crazy question. Like with Gmail, the question wasn't, can we offer a little more storage? It was, can we offer 100 times more than anyone else? That's a 10x question. Okay, on to stage 2. This is where we see how a great idea turns into an absolutely unstoppable product. You know, how that initial spark becomes a wildfire.
To scale up, Google does something brilliant. They balance 2 different kinds of projects. You've got your massive, ambitious moonshots that aim for that huge 10x breakthrough. And at the same time, you have your steady, reliable rooftop projects that deliver consistent, compounding progress.
Now you think the small stuff is easier, right? But here's a totally counterintuitive idea from co-founder Larry Page. He actually believed that thinking bigger was easier because the most ambitious goals attract the absolute best people in the world.
And this is where it gets really powerful. They combine the 2 ideas. Just look at YouTube. They set this insane moonshot goal, 1 billion hours of video watched every single day. How they get there? Through a relentless series of rooftop wins, growing 30% every quarter. That's how they hit their moonshot in just 3 years.
And it all comes from a fundamental mindset at Google, a guiding principle. You should optimize for your own growth, not against your competitors.
Larry Page was obsessed with this idea. He argued that if you're always looking at your rivals, you just end up building what they've already built. But Google's job, he said, is to invent the thing that's needed next.
So, you've got this amazing product. It's scaling like crazy. The third act of the playbook is all about reaching global dominance. And the key to that is building a powerful, untouchable ecosystem.
There's this great quote from a Google exec about their strategy. The idea isn't just to buy up a bunch of companies, it's to curate a harmonious bouquet, a collection of products that all work together and make each other stronger.
And you can see this in their biggest buys. Android wasn't just about a mobile OS, it was about securing Google's place on billions of phones. YouTube gave them instant dominance in online video. These weren't just purchases, they were brilliant, transformational chess moves.
A huge decision that powered all this growth was their choice to use open platforms. With something like Android, they gave up a little bit of control, but what they got in return was way more valuable. Massive, massive scale, and innovation from a whole world of developers.
And what's wild is that this almost didn't happen. Inside Google, there was this huge fight. Should they keep Android closed, like Apple, or open it up? It was Sergey Brin who really pushed for the open strategy, and you could argue that single decision won them the entire mobile war.
So finally, how is Google taking this entire playbook, all these lessons, and applying it to secure its place in the future?
Well, their future really comes down to 3 big bets. First, going AI first, making artificial intelligence the foundation for absolutely everything they do. Second, pioneering AI agents that will totally change how we use technology. And third, focusing on the next billion users, bringing them online from emerging markets.
And that leaves us with one last really big thought. This playbook built some of the most powerful products we've ever seen. But now, as AI is completely rewriting all the rules, will this same formula be enough to keep Google on top for the next decade?
And that's a wrap on the Google Playbook. Hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please make sure you follow the Wall Street Club official account for more insights just like this. And of course, don't forget to like and share this explainer. It really helps other people find it. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.